Hello everybody, and welcome back. In this video, we're looking at question 20 on our grade 7 Gauss, which means we have reached the end of part B of our contest. Alright, what have we got here? Toothpicks are used to make rectangular grids as shown. So we got a 1x10 grid, 2x10, 3x10, and you can see they kind of have little toothpicks in here. Okay. So we note that 31 identical toothpicks are used in the 1x10 grid. They're not telling us how many are used in the other grids, but that's okay. And they want to know how many toothpicks are used in a 43x10 grid. 43x10. Now, they do sort of, with their picture here, suggest a way that we might work this out. Okay, they're telling me there's 31 toothpicks here, and well, I've got the pictures for 2x10 and 3x10. Surely I could just add up all the toothpicks. And then, maybe it's 31, and then maybe it's 41, and then maybe it's 51, and then I see, oh, it's going up by 10 each time. That's not the pattern. I'm just saying, for example, that's something you could do. Okay? And, that's not necessarily bad. I think it'll take a long time for you to individually count all the toothpicks, but not particularly long. Okay? But I'd like to try and do this in maybe a better way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight a few features of our grids. Okay? So for the 1x10 grid, you'll notice the top, we take 10 toothpicks. Why 10? Because, well, you're making 10 squares. So you take 10, and I've got these toothpicks that are placed horizontally. Then below that, you'll have some vertical toothpicks. How many will you have? And you might say, well, 10, because you're making 10 rectangles, or 10 squares here for your grid. But you actually need 11. You need one more over here on the side. Okay? And then for the next row, you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 toothpicks, and that finishes the whole thing off. So here for the 1x10 grid, we've got 2 sets of 10 horizontal toothpicks, plus 1 set of 11 vertical toothpicks, and 2 times 20 plus 11, oh, that's 31. That's how many they told me there were. Okay? But now, if we add some more toothpicks, we'll start to make our next layer, a 2x10 grid. Anytime you need the vertical ones, you got to have one that starts and one at the end. So you'll need another set of 11, not another set of 10. And you'll need to close these off as well. And so now we don't have 2 groups of 10. We've got 3 groups of 10, or 30 horizontal toothpicks, and 2 groups of 11 vertical toothpicks each. So that's 30 plus 22. That'll be 52. And so if we were trying to look for patterns, 52 would be the next one. Okay. And we can say, all right, how am I getting each layer? What am I doing? I used to have 2 groups of 10. Now I've got 3 groups of 10. I used to have 1 group of red 11 toothpick. Now I've got 2 of them. What if I were to make the grid for 3? Well, I'd need another sort of row of vertical toothpicks. That's another group of 11, so it goes up from 2 to 3. And I need to close off these new squares with another set. So that's 10 more, so now I've got 4 and 3. Okay? And so what's happening? Well, we're going up by a set of 11 and a set of 10 each time. You're going up by 21 each time. Okay? And now if you count, 40 plus 33 is 73 toothpicks. Okay? You're really going up by 21. So you could say, oh great, I'll grab my calculator and I'll just keep adding 21. Just keep adding 21 and adding 21 and adding 21. And that's great. And if you want to do that, that's fine. If you notice that pattern and that gets you a solution, fantastic. But let's go a step further. When it was a 1x10 grid, we had 2 10s and 1 set of 11. When it was the 2x10 grid, we had 3 10s, 3 sets of blue toothpicks, and 2 sets of red toothpicks, 11 each. When it was a 3x10, we had 4 sets of 10 toothpicks and 3 sets of 11 toothpicks each. Okay? Now, how am I getting these numbers? Well, if it's a 1 here, I notice a 1 here. A 2 here, I notice it's a 2 here. 3 and 3. So I might predict that the 4 by 10 will use 4 sets of 11. Okay. Where are the other numbers coming from? 2, well, that's just one more than the 1. 3, that's just one more than this 2. 4 is one more than this 3. And so I might suspect 5 sets of 10 there. Okay, now how does this help? Well, if we're trying to do 43 by 10, we should expect 43 sets of 11 red vertical placed toothpicks, and then one more, so 44 sets of 10 horizontal toothpicks. And this can be worked out. 44 times 10 is 440. 43 times 11, for the 3, add them up, you get 473. Okay. And now if we add those up, 0 and 3 is 3, nothing to carry. 4 and 7 is 11 with one thing to carry. 4 and 4 is 9. And we get 913. Okay? And there it is. So that should be our answer. 913, and there it is. It's answer A. It's waiting for us. We just bubble it in. A. Okay? And there we go. That's question 20. That finishes off part B. Up next, we're going to be taking a look at question 21. We'll be starting part C. These are the harder questions, so if you haven't given them a try, I would strongly encourage you to do so. And I will see you for question 21 in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.